Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Liverpool post-match review show. And this week, after international break, it's always a bit of a dodgy game. And once again, similar to last season, we've started off with a poor performance, but differently from last season, we've held out and we've won the game. Very fortunate, let's be honest, because we did not play well today at all. Defence was fine because they didn't have much to do, but attack-wise, we were not good. But we've won. We won 1-0 with a Salah penalty in the 93rd minute. And you give credit to You give credit to Burnley because they tried everything. They tried absolutely everything. And they almost got what they wanted. They blatantly came for a draw because there wasn't even chances of much counter-attacks. You look at the stats. Before we go there, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and also hit the notification button so you can be reminded of when I post next. So yeah, I'll continue. I'll move on to the statistics. So first half, it was one-way football. For 90 plus minutes, it was one-way football. First half, we had 78% possession. We had 22. An XG of 0. They had an XG of 0.12. They had 2 shots, neither on target. We had 10 shots, but 1 on target. So in that regard, we weren't even much of a threat in the first half, to be completely honest. We could have and should have done so much better. You ask yourself, is Slot to blame? Did Slot send us out in the wrong tactics? Did Slot not get the players right in the players that he put out? And I say no to all of those things. You look at the starting 11, no issues there. Look at the bench. Okay, yes, you can say maybe we should have Isak on there. Isak comes on, even for 15 minutes, he could have done this, he could have done that. But I get why they're not playing Isak. And Slot said so after the game in his post-match. So listen, the way we like to build players' fitness up, we build it gradually, bit by bit by bit. Let them be able to play 1 game a week. And then after a while, and they've got that base, then you can increase it so they can play 2 games a week and 3 games a week. And he doesn't believe he's at a position where he can play 2 games a week this week, let alone 3. He also said he could play 5 minutes. He could play 5 minutes on Wednesday, maybe 10 minutes on the weekend, but that's not how they believe things should work. And Slot is happy with the team. Let's be real. The team we had should not be just beating Burnley 1-0 by a last-minute penalty. We should be taking our chances. We had, I don't know how many, we had 7 corners in the first half alone, and no one got a clear contact on it that was threatening. So we had to be so much better. Had to be way better. Listen, you look at it, big chances. We had 1 big chance. We missed it in the first half. Accurate passes, they had 50. We had 303. Ridiculous amount. 303 passes. They're accurate. They had 50 passes in the whole first half. That's just crazy. Listen, we got out of jail. We did what champions do. You don't play well, but you still find a way to win. Is it our fault that the guy put his hand up? No. But and in the box gives us the penalty? No. But at the same time, we had so many attackers on, so many players in and around the box that the pressure finally told, and someone cracked under the pressure. And to make it better, it's a Man United Youth Academy product. Makes it even better that he's the one that cracked under pressure. So yeah, Liverpool won 1-0, but first half, you go in there, 0-0, and you're thinking, okay, cool, we've seen this before. 0-0, feeling the teams out. The second half, he makes a few tweaks, and if we make some subs, yes, having said that, you look at this foul right here, look at this picture right here, and you say to yourself, how is that not a red card? Look at his ankle, and tell me that the player is not out of control and using excessive force potentially. And he goes off at half-time in the end. Better goes off at half-time. Thankfully, like I said, it's not only because of the injury. Again, in his post-match, he said that with McAllister's lack of pre-season, he's been built up gradually. He was only going to play 60 minutes today. And after taking off Kirkes, who stupidly dived, don't bring that to our club, bro. Don't want to see diving out here. Stupidness like that. Because now you've got yourself in a situation where you've been subbed. Because the manager doesn't trust that you can keep yourself by getting a second yellow card. Back to what I was saying, having to make that sub meant that we could only make 2 more subs in the second half. So if he had taken off McAllister earlier, we would have only had 1 more sub. So he takes McAllister off, and instead of him playing 60 minutes, he plays 45 minutes, and then it gives us an opportunity to actually improve the team. To be honest, when he came on, Conor Bradley was good. It was a positive change in the end. Couldn't complain about it. He ran forward well, was good on the ball. So it wasn't a performance, it wasn't a substitution that hindered us. So you look at the stats in the second half, and it's pretty much more of the same, but even more. 84% possession to their 16. They had 0.01 expected goals, which is nothing because one shot which is from outside the box doesn't go on target. We had expected goals of 1.55, total shots 17, 3 on target, 2 big chances, and one of them missed. And again, look at accurate passes. 31 accurate passes from them. We had 304. First half was 303. So we were consistent on the ball. But at the same time, we weren't good enough. Our attack wasn't good enough. It's too slow, too ponderous. Guys second guessing. Yes, I'm going to give them a bit of leniency because we have got new attackers in there. So you can see they're not gelling quite as quick as we'd like. Yep, you can say it's only 2 new attackers up front, but the dynamics change because we're playing a slightly different way than we used to. And a new left back as well that plays different to what we're used to. Second half, we pushed. And as I said earlier, we showed that championship mentality, can't even get the words out. And we showed, once again, that we're mentality monsters. People laugh, and people say, how you mentality monsters, you only beat Burnley. Yep, fine, we beat Burnley, but listen, at this stage of the season, when you're playing poorly, it just matters about winning. Just get those 3 points. So for me, we did well to get the 3 points, and we move forward now to the Champions League, Atletico, and then we've got a massive game against Everton. If we play like that against Everton, we could come unstuck, if I'm being completely honest. But we will have Isak on the bench with a chance to do well for us and to ignite us in the second half. As I always do, I'll move on to play ratings. And it's a weird one. Attackers aren't going to get much because they weren't that good. Defenders, can't really give them low ratings because I thought they all did pretty well, for me, to be honest. So Alisson doesn't have a save to make, but he does the sweeper role well. So I'm giving him a 7. Right back, our new right back, so Bosley, he gets 7.5. I thought he was ever present, trying to get forward. And when they tried to attack, he did his job very well. And on top of that, he has a free kick which just goes over. Has a great long shot. So he is fully involved. Konate, welcome back, Konate. The first 2 Premier League games and the first opener with Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. Poor. All 3 of them. Poor. But Arsenal, he came back. Once again, he came back. Didn't let anyone get past him. Won countless headers. I'm not sure if he won every header, but he won the most duels, 14. And in terms of headers, let's have a look. Header clearances, 2 header clearances. So he was a beast today. Aerial duels 1, 8 out of 11. Ground duels 1, 6 out of 7. Really good performance from him today. I've given him an 8. Van Dijk, both of them were colossus, if I'm being completely honest. He's got an 8 as well. Good on the ball, good switching of play, running forward as well to break the lines. Did that well today. So he gets an 8. Not much more you can say about that. Well done. Keep it going, Van Dijk. Kirkes, yellow card, gets subbed after 38 minutes. Let's be honest, I'm giving him a 3. You could say it's harsh because he didn't really play poorly, but that yellow card, unacceptable. And then getting subbed after 38, you can't really get a 7 or anything like that. Let's be honest. You've been subbed off in the first half and it's not injury related. So he gets a 3 for me. So I move on to Gravenberch. Another good performance. He gets an 8. By the way, Gravenberch is my man of the match. He gets an 8.5 actually. Let's give him an 8. He gets an 8.5. I just thought he was a cut above everyone else. His footwork was elite. His covering was elite. Dribbling through. Even had a decent shot which went just over the bar. He was just really, really positive today. Really good on the ball and liked his performance a lot. McAllister comes off at half time. He was okay. He gets a 6.5. Doesn't play poorly, but doesn't really get a chance to get into the game as much. And he just recycles the play more than anything. Verts, much better performance from Verts today. Can still get a bit stronger, but he's dribbling, he's passing, was a lot better. But let's be honest, we should expect that with so much possession. But yeah, I've given him a 7. But there's definitely more to come from him. Has a nice little shot and turn in the box, left foot, and there's a nice little chink in the box as well, which got saves. So I think it just goes past the post actually. So yeah, 7 for him. Cody Gakpo wasn't his best day. I'm giving him a 6. No, I'm giving him a 5. I don't think he did that well today. The corners were really poor. Kept cutting inside and not giving the ball as many times as he could have to overlap and run. And can do so much better. Salah was anonymous today. Yes, he gets a goal. He wins us the game. But I'm not going to give him extra points for that. For me, he gets a 5. He hasn't shown up. I heard someone online saying they think he's taken the Jota death really hard and he hasn't really recovered properly. I don't know about all that. I just know at the moment he's not playing up to his standard. He's on periphery of every single game. Yes, he's got 2 goals and assists so far in 4 games, but he has not been involved as he should be in any of the games. So I'm expecting more from him. So he gets a 5. Ekitike, I felt sorry for him. He gets a 6.5, but that's not his fault. He had nothing given to him. Like, seriously, he tried link-up play to find himself into the game, but he had no service at all. So I felt sorry for him to a degree. Doesn't really get a chance to get on the ball at all, but he completed the most dribbles for, and he was the most accurate passer. So I can give him that. But unfortunately for him, only 14 out of 15 passes, not enough touches on the ball, and he wasn't given a chance to be a proper threat in the game. So I'll move on to the subs. First to come on, as I said, was Robbo. I didn't say actually, but obviously we took off the left back. Robbo comes on. Thought Robbo had a good game. I've given Robbo a 7. Puts in some good crosses. Has a shot. It's a typical Robbo shot, not much power to it. Puts in some good crosses. Untroubled defensively. So he comes in 30 minutes. Good for him. Conor Bradley, giving him a 7. I thought it was positive when he came on at half-time. Gets a yellow card. Was a strong tackle. Just untimed, but wasn't red related, but it was definitely a yellow card. Chiesa comes on. He gets a 6. Not much of a threat, but he's busy. Has a header, which he probably should do better with, and his reaction tells you he probably should do better with it as well. Last 2 that came on at the same time. Frimpong comes on with Rio, and Frimpong actually gets an assist. They're both getting a 6 for me. I can say not much of an impact. And Frimpong got an assist, but it was a basic cross. And their defender, Mejbri, puts his hand out and silly gives us a penalty. So yeah, Rio comes on, attacks Kyle Walker, gives him a bit of trouble, but didn't really have much to do. They're both getting a 6. And I keep forgetting to do this every week, so I'll remember. Slot. Can't really blame Slot. Listen, can't really blame him. Made the right choice taking off Kirkes, a brave choice. Made a good choice taking off McAllister to prevent him from further injury, running on an ankle that could get worse. And yes, they went down to 10 men, and then he puts on all our attackers and goes for it. Actually goes for it. So I've given him a 7. Some might say it's a bit too high, but I'm one of those guys. He put out the correct 11, and he made good subs. So how much can you blame the manager? The players have to take responsibility on the pitch to get the goals and to perform. Yep, he gets a 7 for me. But yes, guys, we are still top of the league. 4 wins from 4. We're sitting here laughing at, as I'm going to check soon, at those guys that do the hate-alongs. And we leave it late again. We've also broken a record. We are the first team in Premier League history to score match winners in their first 4 games, all in the last 10 minutes of the game. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And as you can see up here, somewhere here, where you can catch us on YouTube, catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on Instagram, and you can catch us on X as well, and Facebook too. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.